welcome back. It's Fred up in the shack, and guys, a bit chilly up here today, I tell you. I won't be spending too long up here. Just a little introduction. When I did the last 305 video using the Alinco DX77E, there was a guy that was come on that was struggling, a guy named Albert out in Hitchin in Hertfordshire here in the UK, and I just thought that this deserved a video. Because, I say, Albert had just sort of come back onto CB radio a few days earlier, and he dug out an old CB radio that he'd had for a number of years, and I think it was a President Grant, but I don't think it was the more modern President Grant 2. Well, I've got it like that, what I've got. I don't think it was that version. I got a feeling it might have been the original version, and basically, you know, he stuck up an antenna. Excuse me, came on to the 305, and he was struggling. He really was struggling. He was using a power microphone, and that really wasn't working very well. I'd been in a cupboard for about 15 years, and that mic wasn't working particularly well. His radio was off frequency. This is quite common if you've got an old radio that you've had, let's say one back from the 90s or one back from the 80s, especially. I mean, the FM ones are okay, and you probably find that the AM's one okay. But if you've got a sidebander, they tend to sort of drift. They sometimes, that when you first put them on, it's best to let them warm up. Probably leave them on for an hour, a couple of more, or say even 2 hours. Let the electrolytic capacitors, let them reform so that it gets sort of nice and warm. But poor old Albert, he came on and he was off frequency. His audio was really sort of mumbled, and that's really tough when you first come back on. And I spoke to you before about mic shyness, and you don't realise that you're going to suffer from it if you've been off radio a long time. When you was on radio, when you was like a little kid and that teenager, you were Jack the Lad, and you know you were. But when you're a bit older and you come back, there is this bit of apprehension. There's this bit of mic shyness. We all go through it, and some of us, you know, we still go through it now sometimes. But he came on and he was struggling, and the guys on the 305, starting with Tim, Mr. Big Ears from Hertford. Now Tim doesn't like to be on my videos. He's a very modest man, and I quite often bump into him when I'm working, and he's a great guy, really nice guy, sort of bloke that you want to go down a pub and have a pint with, which do you remember the pubs? Yes, you remember when the pubs were open. But anyway, Tim is a really great guy. He doesn't really like coming on my videos, and I generally cut him out because he asks me to, but he was blinding on this video, absolutely blinding. Albert sort of came on the 19, and Tim kind of like could hear him and sort of said, "Oh, I'm struggling with you a little bit, Albert," and he encouraged him to come up to the 305, where Tim really sort of helped him out. And then others came in. Andy 617, Awesome Dave tried to help Albert, and in the end, Nick from Park Street, just down the road from me, really helps the guy at the end of the video. And I think it's a real credit to the blokes on the 305, and I just want to put this video up to sort of show you that, you know, if you come on to our group, and hopefully other CB groups around the country, I'm hoping we're not unique, I can't see that we would be, but you know, if you come on and you're struggling, the guys will help you. The guys will sort of give you some, don't just give up and just turn your radio off and chuck it back in the cupboard for another 15 years. You know, try and stick with it. It's difficult if you're running problems, but the guys on our 305 group absolutely done a blinding, absolutely blinding, really helped him out. And since then, Albert's been getting stronger, he's been getting better. He's still a little bit off frequency, but I do believe he's going to get himself a new antenna. He's thinking about investing in a new radio, maybe a 6900 or a 9900, and yeah, so he's hopefully going to be a sort of more permanent fixture on a 305 group. But all down to the guys, Tim, Nick and Awesome and Andy, all down to the guys helping him out. Really proud of the guys, how they all sort of like clubbed together there, helped him out. Anyway, enough talking. I do too much of that, don't I? Yeah, I know. Anyway, here it is. Here's a bit of a clip. This is Albert coming on to the 305 and getting some help. Hope you enjoyed the video. Give it the old thumbs up if you can. Get a lot of thumbs down with the network radio stuff, so need a few more thumbs up. But cheers, leave a comment, all that, and subscribe. And yeah, catch you on the next one. So thanks for watching.
A few people that do, and most people keep it quiet if they do. Some people just sit on their tape, say they're doing this, doing that, but you get out a bit better with a bit. And the thing is, if people have got noise at home, and then they'll not struggle with you, but like you need that bit of power to get over their noise, and the same coming back to you. You know, it's difficult nowadays because everything causes interference.
Quite a distant guy there. I'm not getting him, unfortunately. I think Tim was just saying that, as I said earlier, you do need sometimes a little bit extra. That maybe is what he needs, because I'm not getting him. No, just not going to get that guy. Just got a voice pattern. That's all I got. Just hasn't got enough carrier signal. Shame.
Anyway, I'll shout out see if there's anyone else on it. Anyone else on 305? Anyone lurking?
Yeah, I'm listening to you, Mr. Big Ears.
Who's that?
Freddie and the Sheddy.
Fred, are you getting Albert up there in Hitchin?
I was listening. I was just getting a voice pattern. Only getting just sort of one or two words, but not enough to really make out what he was saying, yeah?
Oh man, he's only been back since Sunday. He's another one of your proteges.
Oh, he's someone else that I'm costing loads and loads of money. I'm just on me a little Alinco 77, so I'm only on about half my normal power there. But yeah, no, I was struggling with him. I could make him out. I got a little bit on video, but unfortunately, I wouldn't be able to do the two-way, I don't think.
Oh, well, I'll see if Albert's getting you. Albert, you getting Fred out there?
Oh, hello, Albert. I know you came back to me there. Nice to have you on the radio. Yeah, I'm not getting you too well, unfortunately. I don't know if it's just conditions. You just sort of sound a little bit muffled to me. I've got about an S1 signal from you into St Albans. But I say, I mean, to me, the audio just isn't punching through, unfortunately. I know you're there, mate. But anyway, if you can hear me, and hopefully you can, I'd like to wish you welcome back to radio. And there'll be certainly a few others on in a while that'll get you better. And I would like to wish you back as well. So, yeah, welcome back, Albert. Over. Just can't get him. Thanks, Albert. I know you came back to me there, but unfortunately, so the audio just isn't that clear to me in St Albans there. Yeah, sorry, Tim. It sounds like he's talking for a sock, Tim. I suppose you're getting him perfectly clear, but he's just not quite making it into St Albans, Tim.
Yeah, I was going to cheer you up and said he said this and said that, but I'm not in the mood for the wind-up tonight. You never know. Another day. I haven't had enough beer yet, Fred, but yeah, no, he's got a deep voice. And you're right in what you're saying. It needs a bit of tone to it, doesn't it? Because it's sort of just like nothing saying that it's wrong, Albert. But yeah, it's not punching. But yeah, he said it's a part of your fault. He's back on and all that lot, and he's got a grant that he's had for a long time. And he got it out of the cupboard and bought himself an antenna because he'd moved house and thought I'll give it a go. So he said it's all your fault, and he said he's going to send you the bill.
Oh, I've bankrupted a few people. It won't stop there, tell him. Now we know he's on there, and people start calling out to him, and then people start commenting on his audio, and then telling him to get the antenna a little bit higher, and then get a bit more power, because, you know. But, yeah, I will, unfortunately, you know my hearing's like anyway, and I'm on a HF set, but I will struggle with him.
Okay, well, it's not distorting on volume 10, so leave it on 10. And I mean, has that battery been in that for 10 years?
Charlie Bravo 25.
Eric.
I got you, Eric. Was that you, John in Harlow?
Yeah, Roger.
Are you getting Albert in Hitchin?
I know he's there. He's doing about 6 to 7 pounds on me, but he orders a bit on the quiet side. But being I've got a fair bit of noise this side, he's sort of bobbling in and out. But I do know he's there.
Okay, did you get that, Albert?
Nick, Park Street. Come on in, blow me windows out, fella.
Well, he's definitely there listening, 100%, so he's just ignoring you. How rude.
That was Albert. Albert, I don't know what you done, but you went up from an S5 up to over a 9, so that new battery's definitely working.
Oh, cool, nice one, mate. Is the audio better than as well, yeah?
Well, it's a lot of a stronger signal. I don't know if it's a better audio, but it's gone up from a 5 to an over the 9. The others must be. Dave, you getting Albert?
Yeah, I've got Albert. He's a little bit low to me, but I've got you, Albert. You got a copy on this one?
Yeah, good, mate. Yeah, it's Albert in Hitchin, yeah. I just put the new battery in the power mic, yeah. Back to you.
Yeah, Roger. I got you about 8 KCs out, but I've got you clarified in. Yeah, you got David this way. I don't think we've spoken before, have we?
I'm not sure, mate. To be honest, obviously getting back into the ranges. Stuck the Euro up a bit higher today, but I only put the Euro up yesterday. So, and I have spoken to a few, but to be honest, it's quite difficult, as you know, when you first start getting all different names, different places, trying to remember everyone. So, yeah, I may well have spoken to you, mate. I'm not quite sure about you.
Yeah, no worries. No, don't worry about that. I can't remember most people's names half the time. Sometimes I forget where I am, so don't worry about that, mate. Well, I just could say goodbye to Fred, because I don't think Nick's going to, even though Nick's listening on the side there, old slippery Nick, I don't think he's going to come back to you, Fred, so I'll say 73.
Okay, let me just say goodbye to Nick. Come on in, Nick. Goodbye.
Yeah, I'm here, Fred. I was just making a cup of tea, mate, and getting a few things ready for my tea. But yeah, nice to hear you again, buddy.
No, nice to hear you, Nick. I've just saying to you, have you had a good day, Nick? Everything okay?
Yeah, sweet as a nut, mate. I'm furloughed, so I was out doing a bit of shopping this morning and had a lazy day, mate. Hope everything's all right in your household.
Yeah, we're all good at the moment, mate. You know, that's the main thing. Well, there's quite a few on there, Nick. If you just come on, Andy will fill you in. And you got Awesome on there. We've got Albert as well, as you just heard. Albert suddenly just come right up from nothing. So needs a bit of clarification on Albert, but that's great. All right, Nick, thanks for coming back to me. Appreciate that.
Right, Andy, over to you.
Roger, afternoon, Nick.
Hello, Andy.
How you doing?
I hope you're well.
Yeah, all good this way, mate. So I'm just going to fly over to Albert a minute. Albert, copy. Yeah, I've got you, mate. Yeah, Albert in Hitchin, yeah?
Yeah, I've got you loud and clear. Yeah, roger that, mate. Well, you've gone up to 5 and an 8.58 to me in Hatfield now. Whatever
Just a little bit low.
It's made the world a difference, mate. You're a little bit low on the voice, but mate, smash it. Yeah, okay, mate. Good. I think I had the light gain on low, to be honest. And also, I've just put a new battery in the mic, so maybe just a couple of different things that helped it, yeah? Back to you.
Yeah, roger that. What radio and mic can Anthony using?
Right, the radio is a Grant 2, the first edition. It's been in the box for 12 years. Got it out, plugged it in. The microphone, I've tried the standard, but now I've got a CR577 ceramic, if that means anything to you, with a tone and a volume control on it. So yes, I basically had everything other than the aerial, and I just bought a fiberglass 5/8 wave and put that up, yeah? Back to you.
Yeah, all copied, mate. Right, it's doing the trick. It's standing fine this way, mate. Yeah, you got a copy on Nick over in Park Street?
How about you, Albert?
Yeah, we got you, mate. Yeah, you're nice and loud into Hitchin, yeah? Back to you.
Yeah, Roger, mate. Yeah, you're coming down to Park Street at £7 and nice clear Radio 5. As Dave was saying, you are a little bit low on the frequency, but once I've clarified you in, yeah, no problem at all, mate.
Okay, what does that mean low on the frequency then? That it needs... There's nothing I can do my end. It needs tweeting inside, does it? Back to you.
Have you got a clarifier on that radio?
Yeah, it's got a clarifier.
Is it bang on 12 o'clock?
No, I think I turn it round to hear someone. No, it's not. It's on like 2 o'clock, yeah?
Put it on at 12 o'clock as a matter of interest. See if that makes it... Because some radios, the clarifier will adjust your transmitting frequency as well as your receiving frequency. And you are a little bit low on the frequency. So just out of curiosity, put it back to 12 o'clock. We might sound a little bit like Mickey Mouse to you, but we might hear you a lot clearer.
Yeah, that's it. Right, I've got you smack on 12 o'clock now, yeah?
Smack on 12 o'clock. And obviously the volume and tone is up on the power mic. Back to you.
Yeah, Roger, if you've moved that to 12 o'clock, it hasn't made any difference to your transmit frequency there, so it's just for the receive side of things. Yeah, I mean, you're perfectly audible, mate. It's something we can work around. You only need to worry about it if you've got intentions of staying on the radio long term, and then you might want to get the radio seen by somebody just to get it realigned and make sure everything's tickety-boo inside it, mate. But you're certainly doing the job down to Park Street, no problem at all.
Yeah, got you, mate.
Well, to be honest, because I've only been back since yesterday, I'm going to look into sort of other radios, and I don't know what's good and what's not so good nowadays. Obviously, years ago, back in the 80s, I was more...
I want to hog it, because I know you guys want to have a good old waffle. I noticed on yours, the band A was FM. No, sorry, band F was the UK 40, but on mine it's band A, yeah?
Yeah, that's the Roger. Albert, don't worry about that. It just depends how it's been programmed. I got mine from Knights, and they generally put it on band F. But if they put it on band A, that's absolutely fine. You'll find that your B to F will probably... Well, depends how it's been programmed, but it will probably run from something about like 26 megs. If it's been wideband in it, or right up into the 10 metre band, probably 28, almost 29 megahertz over.
Alright, yeah, got you. Has this got a Roger Bleep on it as well?
Oh, yeah. You've got a Roger Bleep on there, and it's adjustable in tone as well. So you can have a real play on that. We've had a few people come on with those that put a really massively long tone on there. But yeah, you got a Roger Bleep on there.
Alright, yeah, I'll have to read the manual, I guess.
Yeah, QSK acknowledged. I'll bring you in a second. Oh, it's just great, Albert. I say it's great to hear you on your 6900. As I say, I was just listening to you on some other video that I did when you was on with Tim in Hartford when you first come on. I just couldn't get you. But I say you're 3 to 4 into London Coney here, and I say you're a good Radio 5, Albert. So well done, mate. You've sorted it out, over.
Yeah,
if you're using that power mic on it, as I say, it sounds absolutely A1, Albert. Your Radio 5, over.
Yeah, can I just, I don't want to hog it though, because I know everyone needs to cut in. Can I just swap a mic over and you can tell me which one's better though, yeah?
Of course, that's not a problem. Yeah, you do that, and then say come back on and I'll let you know.
What's Albert done?
Albert has got himself a 6900, and he sounds absolutely awesome. And he's using, I think he's using a power mic at the moment, or he's going to swap mics, and we're just going to give him a radio report.
Roger, you have to get one of these wolf waves. I'm not kidding you. Anyway, Delta Romeo Kevin says from his balcony in the Philippines, hello everybody. So he says hello. So it was good to hear his voice.
Albert, are you back on the non-powered microphone, Albert?
Yeah, I'm back, yeah, this is the...
Swap it over.
The DMC-110, yeah? DMC-110, and the other one was the CR577 ceramic microphone, yeah?
Roger there. Audio-wise, it sounds about the same, but for some reason, your signals dropped right down though. I'm only getting about £1 to £2 from you. So I'm going to say that the first one was driving the radio a little bit harder, yeah? Over?
Oh, right, cool. Yeah, it's supposed to be quite a good... I remember paying quite a lot of money for that about 12 years ago, so yeah, I'll stick with the other one then.
Yeah, okay, you say you're readable on the DMC 110 now, but I just think it was pushing the radio a little bit harder. Well, oh my god, how about that? What a perfect ending to this video. Albert there coming on the 305 with a CRT 6900, got himself a brand new radio straight out of the box, plugs it in, is bang on frequency, absolutely bang on frequency, everyone can sort of hear him, and a big thumbs up for Albert for just not giving up, because so many people would have just given up, chucked the radio back in the bin, put it down as a bad job, but he stuck with it. And also the guys that helped him out on the early part of the video. And what a coincidence, like I was just editing the bit where you've got Tim and Nick and Awesome and Andy helping him in the early part of this video, just doing that, and then he comes on the 305 with a brand new radio, spot on frequency, everyone can hear him. And as you heard there, even his old power microphone, now he's not using a 10-year-old battery, he's put a new battery in. Even that power microphone's sounding better than the KPO DMC 110, which is a pretty good microphone anyway on the 6900, but he's sounding absolutely brilliant. So let's hope that Albert continues now to come on to the 305. He's in Hitchin, he's not that far away, he's only probably about, I don't know, 9 or 10 miles away, something like that. But yeah, let's hope he continues to come on to the 305, and yeah, he contributes to the channel. Absolutely fantastic. what a brilliant ending to the video. I do apologise, it's going to go past 20 minutes now with this on the end. I'm sorry these videos are going on a bit too long. Just let me know in the comments if you get a bit bored. I can always cut them down a little bit, but I just don't want to cut bits out, and I don't want you to miss out on anything. So there you go, 27305 Real Radio. Great group of guys helping a newbie come back on CB. Cheers guys, you've done absolutely fantastic there. And also a big thumbs up for Albert for sticking with it. So many would have just sort of given up. But there you go, going to bring this one to a close. Thank you very much for sticking with this video. Thank you for your view time. Please give it the old thumbs up, that helps the channel, that helps me. And yeah, going to call it, please stay safe, it's really dodgy out there, and stay warm because it's really cold, and I'll catch you all on the next one. So cheers guys and girls, see you later.